Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome to the Towson Sports Network shooting remotely. My name is Ben Rosenbaum. Due to the outbreak of COVID-19, all athletic events were canceled across the country, and of course that includes Towson, and this also included the annual Pro Day. But here at TSN, we are holding a virtual Pro Day for the 2020 Tiger football seniors, and we're starting off an interview with QB1 Tom Flacco. Tom, thanks for taking some time for us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for being creative in your virtual Pro Day.
Well, we got to give a little bit of credit to you. Is actually your initial email to me is what kind of sparked this idea to do a whole thing and not just post the highlights, but also get everybody talking and give you guys a chance to, plead your case or talk about yourself and what you bring to the table. And let's get right into it. What's the process been like for you? How's it all been going? Obviously, this is a weird process now with everyone having the social distance, but how is it going for you so far?
Oh, it's just been trying to continue to work out. You got to be in shape at some point, hopefully sooner than what everybody thinks. But this is obviously a serious problem. Hopefully we can go back to work in the next couple months. And when that happens, I want to be in shape and I want to be able to make an impression on a team that hopefully signs me.
So we always ask guys every single year at Pro Day. Obviously, there's several Tigers in the NFL right now. Ty Smith, Jordan Dangerfield, Jermon Bushrod just retiring after a successful career. Also Frank Beltre up in the CFL. We always ask them, have you talked to those guys? Have you reached out? You're in an interesting situation. You have access to a family member who is in the NFL. Has your brother helped you at all with this? Has he given you any advice?
Yeah, for sure. Joe's obviously been through the process, so he's been a resource for me to ask questions and kind of pick his brain and whenever I can, but nothing too X's and O's about football, just kind of going through the process and, trusting yourself and maybe a little bit of interview prep, but not much. And kind of just big picture stuff. Joe's been able to help me with this process because, like I said, he's been through it. So.
And then looking at your career, in just 2 years, you're all over the Towson record books. Have you taken a second to kind of look at, you always said you wanted the opportunity, and that's why you transferred around. And when you finally got to Towson, you got that opportunity. And then have you really kind of taken a look at, wow, look at what I did with this opportunity in terms of all the stats, all the touchdowns, the passing yards, and everything like that?
No, I haven't really been able to do that because it's been so hectic, and everything's been crazy with the coronavirus. And I'm trying to find places to work out, trying to find people to throw with, and I haven't done that yet. I know that the way the season ended last year is kind of still a bad taste in my mouth. I still have that right now, so I haven't been able to sit back But when I talk to these teams, I definitely sit back and I say, hey, Towson's obviously giving me an opportunity to be talking to NFL teams, which is pretty cool. So I can take it in at little moments, but I haven't really been able to take a step back and examine it, like you said.
Let's talk about what you bring to the table. What are you hearing from NFL teams that you may or may not have talked to? What are you kind of hoping to improve on as well? And let's start with that. What are you hoping to improve on as you get ready and you go through this process?
Well, something that I kind of, when I dove into this draft process, I needed to work on, 5 and 7 step drops under center because at Towson we were kind of in the shotgun. We did go under center, but not much. So that's something that I really dove into in my 5 step, my 7 step, and really working that rhythm. It wasn't too hard getting it. I think I'm getting better every day. But that was something that I went into, and then I need to make sure I just come off as a really, leader and type of person that they want on their team when I have these interviews. I got to show off my football intelligence and also kind of show off hopefully my aura to these guys that, hey, I want him on my team. And that's what I'm trying to do is I make these impressions.
And on the flip side, what do you think your greatest strength is? What do you think you're going to be able to bring to a team day one when you get into a camp?
Well, I'm hoping that this highlight that you guys released kind of shows what I'm capable of doing with my arm. I can make any throw with either arm strength or accuracy. And then obviously I want to show off my athleticism, and I'm hoping that with this highlight, they can see all those things. I'm able to run an NFL-type offense, but also bring that extra flair with my athleticism and kind of do what NFL quarterbacks are doing at this point and using their legs.
And there's that one comparison that's been floating around now for at least the last month, 2 months with Taysom Hill in New Orleans. Is that something you're willing to do? Play some special teams, play some wide receiver?
Yeah, I'd be willing to do anything to get my foot in the door. I haven't talked to any teams that have said that to me, but maybe there's teams out there that have me on their radar, but they're not talking to me. Maybe they think about that, but they don't. Obviously, I'm going through this process as a quarterback, so that's something that would be interesting come draft day and come that Saturday. Maybe when I don't get drafted, or if I don't get drafted, then maybe teams will be reaching out to me in that sense.
And let's talk about some of your fellow Tigers on the offensive side of the ball going through this process with you. Obviously, your favorite target, Shane Leatherberry, tight end, Chris Clark, Yeedy Thainrat, and then we'll include Aiden O'Neill. Talk about those guys and what they've meant to you and what teams could expect to get from them.
Yeah, I mean, even when you're watching that highlight, you see a lot of Shane Leatherberry, so it's pretty fun. And I've been able to work out with Shane a lot, in the last couple of months. So I've been with him, up in Central Jersey and working out. So that was cool. And then Chris Clark, I mean, I know he's just fighting for an opportunity. Anybody that can give him an opportunity, I know he's gonna jump on it. And then Yeedy Thainrat, you watch his film. I mean, the things that he brings to the table offensively as a running back, his protections, the way he runs the ball, and then his special teams is insane. So anything that I think all of us are all looking for an opportunity. I think when that time comes, all of those people will be ready. And it's pretty exciting to see what team will give them that opportunity. And for his Aiden O'Neill, he's got to watch the guy's film. I mean, I think everything speaks for itself in the kicker. Kicker world's a little bit different in the NFL, I'm sure. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen with him, but I know if you watch the film, you'll be pretty impressed.
And Tom, last question for you. Kind of give us your sales pitch. Tell a team right now. If you take me, here's what you're getting.
Hey, if you take me, you're bringing a guy in that has the mental capacity to understand your offense. I've had six different offensive coordinators throughout my college experience, and I was able to have success pretty quickly when I was on the field. So I think I can grasp your playbook, and like I said earlier, when you watch this highlight, I want you to be able to see my physical talents in terms of my arm strength, accuracy, and then my athleticism that obviously is translating to the NFL these days.
All right, Tom, thanks for taking some time for us. Good luck as this process moves forward, and hopefully we'll be talking to you real soon.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything. I mean, I really appreciate what you've done the last couple of days to get this thing kickstarted and get it on.
All right, fans, and don't forget, we'll be releasing an interview leading up to the draft every day with a different Tiger senior, and on YouTube, the Towson Tigers channel will have highlights of every single Towson football senior. For Tom Flacco, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.